Mic on first. Welcome back to TF Custom Shaving Brushes Workshop. My name's Tony. How are we all? I see Brett's in nice and early. How are you, buddy? All good, I hope. All well. You on the road? Let me just see if I get the Facebook page up, see what's happening here. What's going on with the picture? What is going on with the picture? It's like it's on a wrong... It's like it's on a wrong size. Nothing's changed. Unless it's just YouTube. Let me just go back. I'll need to check the settings in here. Everything looks right. Check the output. I don't know what's happened there. Cameras all look okay on the monitor. It's just the output to YouTube seems to be a bit strange. Picture's fine as it's not too zoomed in. I'm only seeing a picture of my bandsaw at the moment. It looks like it's zoomed in on the bandsaw. It's not like what it normally is. That's on my screen anyway. I don't know what you guys are seeing. Because I'm not even in the picture on my YouTube feed. I'm completely out of the picture. Somehow or another it's focusing on the bandsaw over here. That's all I can see in my picture. It's never done that before. So I have absolutely no idea what's going on. Let me just change screens and see what it does. Well, it's okay on there, but I don't know what it's going to do on YouTube. Nah, everything's the same as it's always been. Nothing's been touched, mate. Nothing has been touched. Now I'm in the overhead shot now, and my picture on YouTube in my monitoring screen, it's only showing me the chuck. I can't see nothing else except the chuck. It's like YouTube zoomed in on everything. Never had that before. Nah, never zoomed the screen or nothing, mate. Nothing. Nothing has changed. The only thing I'd done was I set that low filter pass on the microphone coming in, so I'm not sure if that's going to maintain and hold the volume for the background noises down, so we'll just have to trial that tonight. But I can't see what's actually being filmed on the YouTube screen. Oh well, I'll just have to ignore that as long as the picture's okay at your end, because I have got no idea why it has done what it's done in YouTube. Very, very weird. Very, very weird. Anyway, I think we'll have to soldier on. I'll just have to forget that screen's even there. Okay, well, we've got this Mallee Burl here, as you can see, the one of the gold tops that we done the other day, last Saturday in the stream. I've bonded one of them to the top of the Mallee, so it's pretty much ready to turn now. So I do have a photograph, and I've got some dimensions that I've got to work to for this one as well. So I'm going to be a little bit slow with this one, so we might not get it finished tonight, but we should get the handle pretty much done, because this Mallee will need to be CA finished as well. So we'll see how we go anyway. No major rush. And I'll just leave my phone sort of so that I can get access to it. Yeah, and I also need access to the previous handle, because the previous handle is a starting point for me. Right, okay. So I'll just put this in to give me a little bit of a stability there to start with, and we'll just recheck that the piece is tight in the chuck. Yeah, I'll switch it back in a sec, mate, just give me 2 secs. So we'll go back to there. So I'm just setting it up in the chuck now. If you can let me know how that volume goes for the background noise too, whether it seems to have made it any better, or if it's just the same. So I mean, I'll stop talking every now and again, and I'll just let things play out and see if the sound starts to creep up again. So, I've got to remember how I've done this one. Okay, so it was a flat top, had a rim, slight rim on the top, so we might do that. We might part the top section off first, and then we can start to shape it. So we'll drop that down. there we go. Just going to part that. See, Melbourne's been hit with this COVID again, eh? Who knows what's going to happen there? Whether they'll go back into lockdown or... There we go. Just loosen that off again. Right. Yeah, it looks like that sound's still climbing, eh? So when I stop talking, it goes back down to its normal level. But then if I watch the, mind you, it could be the music too. So I'll stop talking for a minute. We'll see what happens, eh? No, it's still climbing, so that hasn't done a thing. And those videos, I think, Brett, I had actually reviewed those videos some time ago, and if you might remember, way back when we first started streaming, I went through all these settings, and they were the videos that I actually used, and I still couldn't get it to work. So I don't know, I think it's got something more to do with the feed coming from the camera. But the reason I've done it through the camera is because the cameras are feeding into the mixer through HDMI, and if I feed the sound directly into the ATEM Mini Pro, then what will happen is there'll be a delay. Now there is a delay in the settings, but then it means I need to muck around with trying to get the delay right. Anyway, we'll keep going with what we're doing, but I don't think it's fixed the issue. Amber, how are you? Welcome back. Welcome back. So yeah, so I don't think we've found a workaround for that sound increasing issue yet. But anyway, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Right, we'll slow this lathe down, switch it off. We'll get the knockout bar, we'll take that out, we'll put the 25mm in. Now, this one's not quite 70, so we'll probably go on about 15mm with this one, I think, so far. Thereabouts. So we've turned it down, we'll turn it on. I'll take that back to about 10mm. No, just a little bit too far. So 10mm. Oh, I need to set it first on a... Right, let me set that to the 10mm now. That's 10mm there. Bring that in till we touch. Lock that. And now we'll go in. So we had about 24, say. And we'll try that and see how we go. Okay. Now we'll get a little bit of sandpaper and we'll just take the sharp edge off. Bring that out. Turn it off and we'll check the knot. Oh, 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 dropped it, dropped it, dropped it. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm going to take that in a little bit more. A couple of mil. I thought it'd be err on the side of caution and not go quite as deep, but it does need the extra depth. So we'll take that back to 10. We'll bring it in till it touches. Lock it off. Now we'll go in until we hit 25, 26, probably 26 I'd say. Yep, that's much better. Yep. Happy with that? Right, okay. So now I need to work out the shape. So how's Amber this week? All good, Amber? Busy, busy? I'll do a bit of shaping first and then we'll put the live centre in. So we'll bring that around and get a little bit of shape there. Yeah, that should be fine. Speed it up. Let's have a look at that. Lovely, lovely. Yeah, that should be nice. Let's check that. $26. Ah. Yep, beautiful. Okie dokie. T-Man, how are you, buddy? Welcome back. Right, now, if I look at the photograph, so he's kind of changed the shape with the dimensions he's given me. Anyway, we'll see what we can do. So we've got that little lip there. This is going to be tricky, I think. It's been a while since I've done this one, so it's been a while since we made a complete shaving brush, to be honest. So I'm a little bit out of kilter with everything again. And it's definitely different shape. He's changed the proportions. So I don't know how this is going to look, to be honest, but we'll have to go with it at the moment until we see what happens. I'll get that I'll get that live center in a second, if you just bear with me, because the knot size and everything's changed from the previous handle. The previous one was bigger, so this one's going to be a bit different. Not going to be quite the same as the last one. The whole thing is the handle's been made longer. There's a part that's been reduced in size, and it's got a different size knot in it. So proportionally everything's changed. Not one thing, a number of things. So I'm going to have to keep a close eye on how I go with this and see that we get it as close as we can. And I will bring that tailstock in now. So what we'll do now is we'll take a little bit out of here from the barrel. Might put yous on the top-down shot, let's see, so we go there. Right, now we shall have another look. That goes down, okay. So 75 overall. So 75 is a bit there, yep. So if we drop this down. And I'm going to go in here. So you can see I'm getting fairly close to that chuck. So I'll probably end up leaving it about there for now. And so we're slightly over 40mm there in diameter, which is good. Okay. So then we need to round that over. Bear with me, guys, I'm just talking to myself. Oh, I guess I'm talking to you guys, haven't I? I've just got to keep checking the dimensions and checking the photograph that I've got of a previous handle that I made and sold to this guy. He's asked for another one, but he's changed the size on it. So proportionally it's not going to be exactly the same because we've got a smaller knot. He's made the handle longer and he's changed the dimensions, a couple of the sections on the handle as well. And this is just so it fits his hand better. But I'm just a little bitty unsure that we're going to get it looking exactly the same, but anyway, we'll see how we go. Just need to tidy that little bit up in there, which we might do when we get the shape done a bit more. And I need to get roughly 37 on there, so we need to come in, and I think proportionally that needs to come up to about possibly there. So let's see how we go with that, eh? So we'll go to the carbide now. Take that up a bit. So just have another quick look, regular checks. Okay. Right, let's see how we're going. Compressor's kicked in, so it's a bit loud. Now, what did he have on dimensions? 30mm in there. And we don't want to take any more out of there now. So probably just going to take a little bit out of there. Let's see what we've got here. Probably a little bit more there with the carbide. Now, I'm just going to have another look. I think it's still going to have to go a bit narrower. I'm going to have to just change the dimensions to make it look right, I think. Because if I don't change them, it's not going to look right. Now, let me bring that in. And we'll just sharpen this pencil. And I'm going to go try there. One there, one there. That's not too bad, but I will just drop that top one down a little bit more. And then I'm just going to shape that lower section a little bit more. So, go with this one. That's that. Go a little bit there. And we'll take a little bit more there. And that should even them up. And then the very bottom will round off, but we'll do that when we get to the bottom. Now, don't forget, people, I think the streams are all scheduled in anyway, so you'll probably have seen them, or you'll get your reminders anyway. But the next stream, I'm going to slip in the extra one, so I'm going to do one on Saturday. So Thursday night now, I've got my calendar here as well, so we can always reference back and check now. So we've got Thursday night tonight, we'll have one on Saturday morning, we'll have one on Tuesday, and then it'll be Saturday morning and Tuesdays from there on in. We won't have anything on a Thursday as it conflicts with my State Emergency Services floodboat training. So I've had to change the Thursday night to Tuesday. Okay. Right, let's stop this. Let's have a look. Oh, nice. That's quite nice, actually. Just tidy up that little edge in there a little bit, I think, if I can get in. We might just take a little bit off here. And a little bit off there. And we'll just take the sharp edge off there and there. And I think that'll be quite nice, actually. Right, let me see if I can so that's what we had. That was the original. I don't know if you can't really see that in there. If I zoom out a bit, you might. So that was the original handle, which had a much larger knot in it, I believe. But we've now got the shape similar, but to the new dimensions that the guy wanted for his hand, because he felt his thumb needed a lot more under this little lip here, the wooden lip. He wanted his thumb to be further down on that, so that's why he's increased that. So, but other than that, I think we've got that back into proportion now. We'll just maybe sit the knot in it, and we'll have a look at it with the knot in it and see how it looks. Because sometimes when you put the knot in, it can change the whole thing again. So I'll move that out the way, and we'll just sit the knot in there, and we'll see how that's going to look. Lovely. I think that looks quite nice. It is long, because that's the style that he's gone for. That's the sizes he wanted. It was 75mm long overall in the handle. And we've got, by the time we finish the bottom, we'll have exactly 75mm. And the knot I've set at about 53, 54, I think. 54. So that should be quite nice. And that's a little 24mm 2-band. So that should be quite nice in there. So what I'll do now is I'll finish. I'll give it a good sanding all over, and I'll finish the resin section, because then we'll be turning it around and parting off the bottom and doing the bottom. Now, one thing that I do want to check is that that's going to fit on to my bigger chuck. I think it should, because I'm pretty sure I can get a 24mm in there. But what I'll do is I'll finish it, sanding it all first. We'll do that. Get the barrel all sanded up. Oh, God, I got the dropsies tonight. Oh, that piece might have to stay there. Oh, I can lean over the lathe. Oh, God damn it. Geez, that's a lovely piece of barrel too. I just have to get some of the tear out of it. Not a lot, there's a couple of little bits. So once we get them out, I'll be real happy. This bit here is probably the worst bit. But it's nearly there. And I might need to get another bit of sandpaper. I'll go through these first, we'll see how we go. I've still got a bit of sanding to do. Da, da, da. How's the music, guys? It looks like it's very low. Oh, it's getting to the end of the track. I'll wait until the end of the track comes up first. Then I'll check it. So that's a new track. Oh no, that's all right. I might just check that dimension there. If anything, that could probably go in a little bit more there. But we'll wait until we round the bottom, because I think once I round the bottom, it'll make the bottom look smaller anyway. Oh, that's in the barrel. That's not actually tear out. Right, get rid of that one. Da, 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 da. Yeah, we still haven't fixed that increase in volume though, Brett, have we? I don't think that's made any difference, has it? At all. just going and having another look, but I don't think I've just increased the frequency on that band 1. But I don't think it's making any difference. I can still see the volume climbing up. Anyway, I'll put it back to YouTube. We'll get that back to the switcher. Get that there. Bring YouTube up. I can still only see a picture of my bandsaw on YouTube. So I don't know what's going on with YouTube there, because that's nothing I've changed or set. I haven't touched it, I promise. Okay, so I'm just going to give this a little touch by hand. See, the volume's really up loud there, and then it drops right down when I stop talking, but then it just slowly creeps up until it gets to full volume again, and all you're hearing is all the background noise. Let me go back to YouTube. Yeah, they're the same settings I tried the last time, and it didn't do it either, so I don't think they're going to do the job either, to be honest. What I might have to try and do is plug the sound directly into the mixer, I think, and just set the delay, and we'll see how that goes, and see if that stops it bringing in the sound. That would eliminate, if I try that, that would eliminate the camera as the source of the increase in the gain, I guess. Anyway, maybe one day I'll sort it and I'll go, oh, look at that. It was only that stupid thing. It'll be something really simple, guaranteed. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, we're getting there. Smoothing it out. Yep, smoothing out nicely. Maybe if I put this to there, and then we'll put the picture in picture. And that one. I'll give you something different to look at for a while, rather as my ugly mug. And I'll just put myself back to there. If it focuses, come on, There we go. You can see it's got some natural fractures in the burl, but I mean that's burl typically for you, or Mallee burl anyway. The CA is going to help in bonding all that together anyway. It's nothing, it'll never fall apart, that's for sure. I might even put just a sealing coat of CA over that before we I'll probably better do the acrylic first. I'll buff the acrylic up, then we'll turn it around and we'll do what we need to do. Stick to the process, eh? Stick to the process. It's always worked in the past, so why change it? It's Brown Mallee Burl, Australian Mallee Burl. Same as the stuff that we stabilised for those other ones, you know, the stabilised burl that we done a heap of chunks of it. Same as that. Except this one's not stabilised because the knot's going to be sitting in the resin. So the timber's only going to get, you know, wet hands on it, but the CA will seal all that off, and providing it gets looked after and he doesn't drop it and crack it or fracture it in any way, it'll be as watertight as anything. So yeah, and that's what happened with the green one that I sold to the same customer. The green one was done, it was pre-made, that one was one that I'd done in one of the streams, and it went into my cabinet, and I think he bought it from stock, that one. But he wanted another one like it, but at this time, instead of being green on top, he wanted gold on top. So he's got a green and gold, the Aussie colours. But he's changed this one so that it fits his hand better. He's got long, thin, pointy fingers. So he's just changed some of the dimensions. That's why I was looking at it thinking, oh, this isn't going to work, because the knot's changed, some of the sizes in the handle parts have changed, the overall length of the handle has changed, and it's just because everything's changed, the knot included, it just sort of threw that particular style of handle. It meant that none of the proportions were going to be right, so I've had to sort of shape the handle to try and suit the new proportions to make it look right, otherwise it would have looked absolutely crazy. So hopefully I've got it. It'll probably be different to the previous one that he's got, because it was a bigger knot and it was chunkier, more of a chunkier handle. Where this one's going to be a little bit finer. but it's done to the sizes that he wanted for his hands. It's just going to be a little bit finer, that's all. But I think it should, once it gets the CA on the timber, that's when the timber will start to pop. You'll see the different colours in the timber then. And then obviously the gold will be polished, so yes, it is, mate. Yep. Jeff. How are you, Razor? I think that gold's going to pop very nicely once we buff it up, polish it up. Because I used 3 different coloured golds in it. He wanted a bit of sparkle, but I haven't put sparkle in it. I think it's going to get enough sparkle with the 3 different golds that are in there. I think it's going to really, like I said, I think it will really pop once it gets polished. We've got solar gold, bright gold and antique gold was the 3 golds we put in this. No, it's not a rhodium, mate, it's just getting a 2-band finest in it. It was originally getting a rhodium in it, and then Jeff changed his mind and went with a 2-band. He's waited a long time for this one, I must admit, so that's why I'm keen to get it finished for him. So what I'll do is I'll take it off the chuck, and I'll give the gold a good buff up. In actual fact, I might even do part of the, no, I'll give it a buff up first. We'll see how we go. Lights. Oh, that's the wrong one, that's the grinder. I better not put it on there, right. So there's my nice new calendar, see? My son gave me that, just missed time. Because he seen me making mistakes on the stream, saying the wrong days and the wrong dates, so I think he thought I needed a calendar. Right, that'll do that. Now we'll give it a hit with the Fabulister. Just give it a little bit of a polish up. So we'll go in there first, like that. Lovely. Then we'll go on there like that. You see how that's polished up. Okay, I think that's about us with that. And if I go to camera 3, hold it to the camera, you'll see there's the gold section on the top. So now what we'll need to do is I'll put it back in that chuck, and I'm going to apply part of the CA before I actually turn it round. So I'm going to do the, you know, part way down the handle from here down, we'll CA that. And then once that's done, we'll turn it around. Get that back in center there, yep, it's pretty good. I've got an antivirus doing stuff here in the background that I don't want it doing, so we'll get rid of that. We'll just go there. Silent mode. Okay. Yeah, that burl should come up really nice once it gets a bit of CA on it. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to drop a couple of coats from here down. Just so that I'm pulling the CA away from the I want to be pulling the CA away from the acrylic. Not that it matters, it just means I've got to sand it out again. So that's all good. So we'll get the CA ready. Got some activator, got a clean paper towel. And we'll start applying a little bit of CA. So we'll turn the lathe on, we'll make it fairly slow. I mean, you can see the burl's already taken a shine from the buffing. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go in there like that, and I'm just going to put a nice even light coat over that there. And then I'm going to put a little bit in there. Just so we get that sealed in there as well. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Probably end up having to sand that anyway. But that's not too bad so far. We'll go right down the bottom there. Put a little bit on there. Get that rubbed in. And then we'll drizzle a little bit into the grooves there as well. Might have to firm that up a bit. So you can see it's starting to take shape now and take a finish. We will have to sand the CA finish smooth and then buff it and polish it. But you can sort of see there that it's taking shape. A little bit of the lighter sapwood in the top section here, and you've got a nice bit of figure right down through here. But I'm going to put a few more coats on it yet. Might get it going a little bit faster. Yeah, she's coming up nice. Coming up nice. We'll take a few more coats though. Get rid of that piece of paper towel, get a new fresh one. So unfortunately we probably won't get this one finished tonight, guys. I may have to actually even finish this one offline, unless I finish it in the next stream and then continue on with the next one. But there is going to be a bit of work in this one because I've got to sand that back once I get enough CA on it. Then I've got to buff it and polish it again. Then we've got to turn it round, cut off the bottom, recess it for the coin. Then I've got to CA that, then I've got to sand it, then I've got to buff it again. So there's a fair bit of work going to go into just getting this one finished. So we might not get it finished totally in the stream tonight, but you'll at least be able to see it nearing completion. And of course you will get to see the finished photographs. Yeah, I'm quite happy with the way that gold's looking on there. It's really going to pop once it gets polished up. It's coming along. I'm just going to concentrate on putting a fair few coats on that main section of the handle. Yeah, I think Billy got only, he only sells on Etsy, I think. Right, now we'll put some in the groove here now, just to build that up. Yeah, that's looking good. Especially on the corners, that's where you can sand through easily if you don't get enough CA on there. When you go to, even although you're using fine sandpaper and stuff, but the fine sandpaper can still go through just through the sharp edge. And once you do that, you've got to then CA again, because you can never cover it up. You get a light mark where you've sanded the CA off. It doesn't have the same depth as the rest of the handle. Yeah, I've heard myself, Brett, just reading your comments there. Yeah, a lot of people have complained about his knots. I mean, I've met the guy, he's a nice guy. He makes some nice handles, and he's reasonably priced. But yeah, I believe his knots struggle. Hey, don't forget guys, if there's anything different or new that you want to try, I'm quite happy to do them on here. Try something new. I've got no problems with that. If there's something that you fancy, you just got to let me know. Right, so we've got a little bit of build up on here, which is good. That's what I wanted. And I think now I'll just get another piece of paper, and we're just going to concentrate on the main section of the handle now, so as it's got a really nice thick coating on it, and then I can start sanding it back. So what I'll do is I'll sand basically from the resin down, get that nice and smooth, then I'll buff that up, then we'll turn it round, cut off the bottom, and then we'll be ready to finish the bottom. Shaping up nicely now. Another couple of coats and we'll be good to go, I think. See what it looks like with the knot in. Oh, one stay in. Should look quite nice. Yeah, knot's just not going to quite stay in on its own. But yeah, it should look quite nice. Another couple of coats just with the last piece of the paper. And that'll do us, I think. Oh, better give it a spray. This one. Right, I think that'll do us at that. So I think we're now going to be down to sanding that off. So it'll probably be the bottom we don't get finished tonight, guys, because I don't want to go too light. So you can see what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to sand it until we get rid of as much of the shiny stuff as we can get rid of. Because then I know that's taken all the high spots off, see? And all the shiny bits are the low spots. So let's have a look at that. It's not too bad, we're getting there. A couple of little bits there, so we'll give that another lick. Just under the hollow there. Yeah, better stick with that, I think. And just a couple of little shiny spots left there. That gone a little bit. Now if we don't get those shiny spots out, that's where you'll see sort of rings in the finish. And look, the main thing is getting the handle sealed and then getting a nice finish on it. I mean, if there's a little ring here or two, I mean, it's quite hard to get a perfect finish on any finish. So you got to get it the best you can. I think we're nearly there with this already. We just obviously have to hit it with a finer paper. And I've still got to do just around the top of that top ring at the top section of the handle. Just got to give that a bit of a hand touch up. Now you'll see this thing pop once we buff this up. Yeah, that's coming up nice. Just give all this a bit of a touch up here now. And I think we're nearly there. So we'll hit that with a piece of the 400 grit, 600 grit, sorry, just very lightly. And then we'll just do the same with this now. Just give it a very light hand sand. We haven't gone through the CA anywhere, so that's good. Right, I think that's us, gents. I think we're ready to take that out, get it on the buffer. Give it a good once over. Yep. So you can see it's all fairly dull now. There's no real shiny spots in it anywhere. So that means we've got it reasonably flat. And now all it's a case of is just buffing that finish back up to a nice luster again now. A couple of just very little tiny bits in there that we'll get to. Right, so we can take that out now. And I'm going to give that a good buffing. So we'll be back in a sec. We'll put these back to there for now. Okay, I think that'll do that. We'll go on to the Fabulister. Lovely jubbly. So I'll just find its spot back in the chuck for a minute. Oh. And I shall put these back onto camera 3. And I'll go and get a little bit of polish. He's all still hanging in there, so it's just gone 2 hours. So I'll probably turn it around, pat it off so I can let you see it. And then that'll be us for tonight, I think. And then I'll finish it offline, take some pickies. But at least you'll get to see something that's kind of finished. Other than sort of setting the knot and okay, we'll slow it down. And all we're going to do is work that in now. and work it into all the areas. Just nice and slowly and gently initially, so you let the polish do its thing. And then we can start getting a little bit firmer. Now we'll speed the lathe up. We've got a clean part of the tile, and we'll just really work that polish in now. Bring a nice luster up. All around. Just get into them, clean bit of the towel. Stop it, we can have a look. And I'm fairly happy with that. And with the knot in, although I can't quite get it right because the knot won't stay on its own, so anyway, I'll turn it round, we'll put the other chuck in, and we'll part off that, and then I'll do the rest later. And we'll have a look at the other blanks we cast the other night very quickly if you want. Will be a quick look though. Right, we'll put that on here, nice and carefully. Ah, lovely. Lovely, lovely. Oh, I don't want to break it. Right. And we'll bring up the tailstock for a bit of added support. Just till we part that off. And we can speed that up a bit. gone out of focus on me. Focus. And there we go. Right. So we'll take that out. Slow that right down again, and we'll bring this in. We'll wind that back in. Done that. It's hard, hard, hard. Plus I think this Forstner bit's done a fair bit of work. Let me have a look at that. Probably a little bit more. And I think that should do it. And now what I'll do, I'll bring the tool rest up like such. And we'll speed up the lathe a little bit. Now that's probably too high, so we need to go down a touch. And that's a nice round over on the bottom there now for the hand. And a nice undercut. Just a little bit in there. And I'll have a look at that. Yep, needs a little bit of sanding, a little bit, probably a little bit more there, but actually I might just touch that and see if it goes. If we can get that away, it'd be nice. Save me having to. Might be in the timber though. Yeah, I think it might be in the timber. So, oh no, that's got most of it out now. There's only a little bit there, so that's good. And I'll change this to camera 2. You can have a look from there. And I'm going to do the same again. I'm just going to give this a light sand. Slow it down though. Nah, bugger it. You're going to see this finished tonight. If you're going to hang in there. And I'm just going to give that bit there a little bit of a sand. There's my little pad, there it is. Lovely. And I'll just give it a spin up and just lovely. Get rid of all the dust. Right. We need the CA again. I think I put that wide, didn't I? I shall go grab it. Oh, we'll slow that down. Right, a little bit of CA to finish. We're that close, so we might as well do it, aye? Right, now this time I'm just going to drizzle it onto the cloth, the paper towel, sorry. And then I'm just going to smear it on while the lathe's turning. There we go, one coat. And the epoxy takes care of the rest. Let's have a look at how that's finishing up. Very nice. I just hope that gives him the grip that he wants on his hand. It's looking not too bad. Another couple of coats and we should be good. It's coming up good. I'll go over the other end now. And just a couple of more coats and we should be fine, I think. Yep, very nice. We can get rid of that again now. We shall grab a coin. And we'll give that a very light sand just to take any excess out, and just to make sure there's no high and low spots again. Right. Now release this the correct way. Down. All right, back in the buffer. fabulous stuff. That's us. We're done. Nearly. Right, we'll just check that this is going to go in okay. Yep, it should do. Okay, so we've got a coin, we've got a knot. Just need a piece of sandpaper. Give that a rough up. And I'll put you back to that shot for now, and we'll zoom it out a touch. So you can kind of see what's going on there, hopefully. And we'll just push that over a bit. Nearly done guys. Just set the coin, set the knot. And we're done. Now just remember, I was telling everybody at the beginning of the stream, just remember we'll have a stream on Tuesday, so you're going to get that extra one in there. And then we won't be streaming again until the following Saturday, and it will be Saturdays and Tuesday nights from here on in. Okay? So just be mindful. What I'm actually going to do is give that another spin up in the chuck with a bit of polish too, I think. Just around the bottom and the rest of the handle while we're there, I guess, just to blend it all in. That should do it. We will slow that down. That's better. So just another little bit, just to blend that in on the bottom. Right, clean towel. Yep, that's the one. So I'm going to be doing flood boat training for the next God knows how many weeks. Every Thursday night. I still have my normal SES on a Wednesday night. And then any activations. I was out on an activation, well I was at the group night last night, and I was at an activation the night before until about 9:30 at night. Fixing people's roofs. Yeah, no grey dog. No grey dog tonight. There we go. It still needs a little bit there, I think. Oh dear. Dear, dear, dear. Let me see that in the light. Yeah, it's not bad, it's just done. Right. Okay, we need the epoxy and a little mixing stick, which I'll need to pull on. I've got one here. So a little bit of part A. A little bit of part B. A little bit of mixy mix. Drizzle some in there. We're going to have to push that in with the other chuck. I'll need to take that chuck out of there. Just so I can push it in to the handle. Take that out to there. Right, let's do this. It's nearly in, but it's just needing a little bit of a helping hand just to put it in that last little bit. I don't know if I've got that in the right spot there. Yep, that's it. Yeah, lovely. Lovely, lovely. Okay, done. Now we'll set the knot. And we shall just spread a little bit on the bottom. And we will set it. Grey Dog is in the house. When did you sneak in, Grey Dog? Aye? When did Grey Dog sneak in the house? Oh. Okay, that's that done. So we can put that back under there, and we can give that a bit of a wipe off. You heading off, Amber? I'm just going to show this handle and show these other blanks before you go. So here they are. There's the red one we done with the solid and the clear and the purpley sort of larger flakes. So if I go to camera 3, you'll see it there. And there's this strange thing that's happened inside the blank, which you're seeing in the camera now. You see there? It goes in, it's like a flat. It's a weird, I've never seen it happen before in a resin blank. And it's sort of like it's frosted. But anyway, that's going to be the, sorry, let me check that against the light. That's the top of the handle. So the knot should get hidden in there. I think it's, well, it's still a bit transparent, we'll see. We might see a little bit of the knot in there. But you can see the flakes didn't all settle on the bottom this time. So they've actually suspended in the handle. So it'll be interesting to see how this one turns out. The purple and the blue and the transparent with a little bit of sparkle in it, I think we put in this one. You can see there it just looks sort of purpley blue. Don't know how it's going to turn up. We'll see when we start turning it, I guess. And then this was the second one that I done because the fluoro coloured ones, it frothed up and set too quickly before we got it all poured, so we couldn't do much. But so this was the second one that I done offline, using similar colours, the fluoro colours. But as you can see, because I had to pour it earlier, because I didn't want it gelling like the last one, we've got to mix the colour in there, but how much it's going to show in the handle, I'm not yet sure. You can see colour going down in the handle here, but we won't know until we turn it, I think. So I think I've scheduled them in for streams to make handles. And then we've got the wooden boxes to start. So we'll be starting our wooden boxes. Or at least one of them anyway. Okay. Now, here's our tonight's effort. And then I'm going to shut the stream down. So, what have we here? Let me show you. We've got a piece of Mallee Burl with a CA finish with a gold resin top. Well, it's a 3-coloured gold resin top. As you can see there. There's the coin in the bottom. And there's the CA. I didn't think I was going to get it finished tonight, but we did. So, mind you, it's taken us about 2.5 hours. So, but it's done. So we can move on to the next one now. And I'll take some photographs and put them up on Instagram and YouTube, and you can get a look from there, right? Okay. So that's it for tonight, people. We'll catch you on Saturday morning. And then we'll be Saturday, Tuesdays from there on. So we'll do Saturday morning, we'll do Tuesday. Then it'll be Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday. Okay, unless anything else happens and I need to change. But that's where we'll be from now on. All right. So again, thank you all for dropping in and being part of the stream. It's very much appreciated. And I think we'll shut down now, and we'll shut the shed door, and we'll thank you all for coming, and stay safe, be good, don't do nothing I wouldn't do, and we'll see you on Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. Till then, take care. Cheers. And screenplays, say yes.